Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. With my wife and kids, we run an antique shop in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, filled with some of the most unique items we can find. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc.
From home, honey.
You may have heard of the movie Gorillas in the Mist. This would be cows on the road. Some farmers' cows got out. We'll see if we can't find out whose place they belong to and let them know. He's wondering how he got on that side of the fence. I'm wondering the same thing. Today I have made my way out to the town of Bonnyville, Alberta, where I'm going to be going to a farm not too far from here, and we're going to see a gentleman's lifetime collection of stuff. I don't know what's there. I know radios, maybe some record players, who knows, but this is a 3-hour drive roughly from my house, so it's a bit of a trek to get out here, and I've not been out this way in some time. It's kind of nice to get out of town, but I'll be happy to get back home again too, because I'm focused on auctioning off my stuff. I really shouldn't be out buying a whole lot more, but sometimes you got to go to these leads and see what there is, because you might find something very special. So let's keep our fingers crossed so we come across some treasures today, and I'm going to try and find this guy's house now. Hey, those are buffalo out there in the field. You can't really see from here, but the field of buffalo. Make sure there's no big guard dogs around and see if we can buy some stuff.
Offer and then to let her go.
And we're in what is, I guess, what was an old barn.
This used to be a pig barn.
This was a pig barn.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like pigs anymore.
Oh, no. The only thing left, if you see here, there's some artifacts left. When somebody poured the cement.
Oh, yes, yeah.
The baby pigs decided to walk over the cement.
Oh, I see, yeah. There's little hoof marks.
Yeah, little hoof marks. they left the little hoof marks there.
And you've got all sorts of stuff packed in here, from old rocking chairs. Does the dust come with it?
Yes. Yeah, when I emailed you, I said the dust is free.
The dust is free, okay. And so in a situation like this, am I able to sort of point at things and ask whether you'd sell it or not? And
yes, you could.
Okay, and so I noticed you got a couple of bottles up top there. I do buy old oil cans. Well, you've got
what is very special is probably worth a lot more money.
Which one's that?
Feel that one.
It still has the oil in it. Yeah.
It's full. But anyhow, yeah, like on this stand over here, except for the typewriter, I think I'd have to ask Marie about the butter churn, but pretty well everything on it is for sale.
Okay. And you guys are keeping the typewriter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're having a hard time letting that one go yet.
Okay. You got an old clock sitting there. I'll just do sort of a walk around. Boy, you can feel the wood moving underneath my feet here.
And one thing we were hoping that might move, it might be this.
Oh boy, yeah, I never had, these are kind of cool things. I don't have room for that kind of stuff. It's a bar, and it's a record player, and it's a fireplace.
Absolutely.
And I've seen these things before, and they look really cool, but they take up an awful lot of space. Look at that, how James Bond. Or Austin Powers, I don't know which one. one of them.
And I haven't plugged it in and worked or played it for a while, but everything worked the last time I plugged it in.
I have to ask, did you do radio repair at some point? Because I noticed you have a lot of radios
I
around.
did some. But I was, one of my hobbies was collecting, trying to get tube radios.
Right.
So I've got like a pile in here that they're all available to go.
I think even the rat has died inside your...
Well, I used to be a biology teacher in a high school, and
okay.
there was a rat that sat on my desk for the longest time in formaldehyde. So
That's, well, we won't have to call the rat patrol to come get that one.
not that one.
We're supposed to be rat free, but...
No, we are rat free. No, that's just an example of why.
And I guess that explains why you had the shark in a jar over there too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like you've got your old Royal Marine rum, but you've done finished it off. There's nothing but a drop left inside of that. The party's over. No rum left. And I see all the little spider webs in here, but we're gonna see if we can find some albums that might sell at the shop. Beatles, Beach Boys, things like that. We'll rock and roll. So you've got some Gentleman Jim Reeves in there too.
Yes, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, it was interesting to see your shop being advertised. Like I said, I've seen it a couple of times, and it seems to be in Edmonton.
Okay, so what's under the cover?
1926 Model T.
This looks like Archie's jalopy from the profile. His was a convertible. Yep. Much better shape though. So this is one that you've restored, or?
No. Well, we had a mechanic work on the motor and redid the motor on it, and we put a distributor in it. We took the Magneto out.
And it's a runner, like you
It's a
could get it
runner
and drive
runs.
it.
It starts and runs.
Oh yeah. You don't let your kids drag their feet on the floor.
We're looking for 16,000 for it.
Well, I mean, where do you find one, right? Don't often find them. Yeah, right here, right in front of us.
Yeah, you could actually drive around.
Skull. Little train set back here. Train set's kind of cool.
Go for it. That was my toy, whatever's left of it.
Okay.
I broke toys too.
Okay, I'm all packed up. I got a whole bunch of stuff in the back here now. When we went through the house and we went up this little staircase that went up into the, I guess the attic space, it was packed full of vintage radios. Now, I just got rid of a whole bunch of radios, but couldn't walk away from these. So now I have a back of my car is just packed full of radios, but there's one in particular that I really wanted, and I'll show you that once we get to the shop. I'm going to do that probably tomorrow, head into the store, and we'll try and get everything set up and on display. But I'll show you the cool one then. Here is my mass amount of radios that I picked up. Before I bring them in the store, I've got to clean them up because some of them look a little worse for wear. Some will be projects or display pieces, others are working and won't require much at all. So I'm going to get these guys out, get them cleaned up, and put them on display. Probably test them over, make sure they work, and should have a nice little wall of radios before long. So I've got a lot of the radios sort of in place on display up at the top. I've cleaned them all up. And I've got a few others that I have to find room for, but I think I'm going to move them over to the other side of the counter. I've got some other radios up there on display, and I'll ask Sean if he can put them up for me. These guys are going to find a home up on the top shelf, right in that area with the other radios. But the nice thing was there was a couple Art Deco, like this Northern Electric, they call this a waterfall. There was two of those. The brown one around here somewhere. Oh, right here. So there was a white one and a brown one, and they looked to be in pretty good order. But there was one radio that I was really excited about. I also got a few records, so Beatles, Beach Boys, some old detective magazines, and you know, the covers on these are just so fun. Not sure why they have Hitler's Call Girl. Well, interesting. So there's lots of these old sort of detective kind of magazines that people just buy them because they think the covers are kind of cool, or, you know, it's pulp fiction is what it is. So got a few of those. And one more radio that I was actually kind of excited about, and really the whole reason why I went out there was to get it. I've been looking for one of these for a little while, since I went to Ontario earlier in the year, and I finally got one. This is about a 1941 or so. It's an early 40s Lumitone radio. It was licensed in Canada, and it's meant to look like a rocket ship taking off. And at the top it has this lamp. The shade that would have been on it actually looked quite like that. This is how I found it. I went out this morning and I bought this shade, which I'll probably take the plastic off and display it a little bit nicer. I'm gonna put a Edison style bulb in there and really finish it off. But that's a good piece. That is one that's worthy of driving, I guess, a couple hours out of town to get, because they just don't come up for sale very often. In fact, in the last couple of years, I've only seen one for sale, and it was in really tough shape out in Ontario. I've seen another, but it was in a private collection and it was not for sale. But now I've got one, finally. And it's in really, really good condition too. It's not all chipped up, it's not all broken, the fins are good on it. It's a really nice piece. So it's a radio and lamp combination in one. So that's it for now. I've got a lot of cleaning to do still around the store. I'm not quite done. I have to take a whole bunch of stuff to auction today that's going up for our September 26th sale. I've got to take another big lot down. I've only got an hour to do it in. So I've got to get busy. I've got to get myself back to work. But thanks very much for watching today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you all soon, and bye for now.